I'm going to start the VOD immediately. So welcome to the finals, Zotac number 125. Hopefully Diabz is going to join me in, talking about some Quake very shortly. But for the time being, we're going to have a look at Evil and Amai playing the game, and oh dear, the server will be full. We'll hopefully sort it out on the second lap, but Amai actually taking away the first frag immediately. Some kind of odd moments there, I think, with the plasma going on, but Amai keeping it real, being really careful, so risky to play there with close combat rail. But Amai absolutely tearing apart on the first moments of this map. Evil getting a lot of damage. He's actually dodging in the end with 14 health left. He's going to have to back off. And yeah, so sorry about that. Oh, Amai taking a tiny bit of rocket damage. He needs to be careful there. But he's still feeling comfortable, it seems, just to run around the map very quickly. And Evil's going to show him a bit of the experience that he has on this map. And Amai, well, he's going to have to somehow avoid it, but Amai doing the damage once again, and he's going to have perfect timing to get around. Oh, Evil though landing a considerable amount of plasma. Oh my god, how on earth did he manage to take that frag? I was convinced that Amai would be the stronger contender there, but wasn't able. And Diabz, someone has left the server, so please come over. Brilliant stuff, and Amai picking it up 6 frags to 1 in the early stages of this game. Amai's got to think, where can I go now? Where is it safe? Because definitely far from being safe at all. And there comes the mega health, and Amai on 1 HP left. And he just wanted to run away, get the items, and just about survive. Evil has got a lot of work to do now to make it back into this game. Yeah, and Diabz having a couple of issues, but Diabz will be moving shortly, I hope. And Evil actually making a bit of a charge. Amai deciding to hang around, and wasn't really beneficial for him. Evil picking up another frag there, trying to force the spawns once again, but only a 4 frag difference now. Amai there challenging for Mega a little bit, but more just showing his presence basically. And Evil needs to get a couple of rockets really for him to be in properly good shape. But he can't afford to just rocket jump straight up there. That would be too much of a rash move. And what is Amai going to decide to do? Because there's a couple of moments now until red, and Evil somehow avoiding all this this damage. Nice rail there. Evil picking up the shot, back-to-back rails. Amai's going to be very injured now. Evil hitting 100% rail, but I think he's only fired 2 shots, so or maybe 3. And Evil's rails really have been on fire so far this tournament. Oh, just as I say that, he misses a critical one that doesn't even look too challenging, and Evil, a bit surprised there. Amai deciding to push forward. And what is... Oh my god, and that landed as well, so 3 frags of difference now. Evil trying to force the spawns on the game at the moment, just takes a massive rocket to the face. And Evil might have to slow down just a tiny bit for a short amount of time. But yellow armors are up, and Evil needs to make sure he controls at least one of these if he's really quick and get over to the other before red. But that's going to be unlikely. He should definitely move over to the other yellow straight away though. But too late, Amai already going to get in on it. Nice rocket though by Evil, slowing the process down. And Evil just so good with the items right now. He's getting there a couple of moments early just to make sure that Amai can't push on too easily. And a 3 fractor difference is easily possible now. He's done half the work already to this comeback. Oh, and Amai just avoiding it, taking a significant amount of damage there. And Evil's trying to work out where does Amai want to go, where is Amai aiming to get to. Oh, and this rocket's coming very close to Evil. And he's just stacking up a bit on the items. Mega health is up now though. And Evil might be throwing Amai off a bit. But no, Amai didn't fall for any plans that Evil had there. And I think Evil now, giving away that Mega, could be really bad. Because that leaves Amai with an opportunity to get 200-200, and Evil won't be able to do this for at least another 20 seconds. Red is up soon to see how Amai's feeling. Looking healthy down below. Oh, but almost getting denied that completely. Evil could just rush here. And is Amai actually going to go for it? He does take the bait. Evil, I think, got the better out of him in that situation. He's even going to reward himself with a yellow. Amai probably walked out with one too. And all these little health bubbles. Oh, and Amai hiding. Very sneaky. And red armor is up. Evil's lost out on this. So now suddenly, Evil is the one out of control with 4 minutes left. He's had so much control for the most of the game, I'd say, apart from the early lead Amai managed to get. Because it was very quick. Amai pushing in onto Mega now. He's actually going to get it. No, he hasn't. He hasn't backed off. And there's going to be a mutual kill. Who's going to get the better spawn? Amai getting Mega. Is Evil going to be able to get over? He lands a direct grenade. Can he land one more? He does land the direct grenade. And 2 frags, a difference now. Suddenly, Evil needed that grenade to hit. Now he's got a massive chance to get back into this game. Amai waiting for him behind the corner? Who's going to get the better LG? Evil does take the frag now. 1 frag, a difference. And there is a yellow up on the map. Evil doesn't have any rockets. He needs to get this red armor or something. He needs an item that will offer him a bit of security. But at the moment, he's just running away. And is Amai going to challenge for this item? He probably is, and Evil might not get to this without taking a rail to the butt. And he does make it over there. So, well played by Evil, just about getting away with everything he was trying to do then. He's got a little bit of stack of 1 frag of difference as we come down to the closing minutes. Evil does spot Amai over there. He just gets a nice bit of initial damage with the LG. But Amai's the one currently leading the situation, and he's going to make it a 2 frag difference. Oh, but he misses out on the red, and he misses another jump. So suddenly Amai is kind of weak and not as healthy as he would have been before, and he somehow jumps over onto that mega health. But Evil was the one who did all the damage there. I want to see Evil because it's going to be down to him the last 2 minutes of the game. We need to see him rushing. We need to see him doing the dangerous moves. Oh, but Amai landing a rail shot. Evil landing one for himself. And Evil's got to be careful, and he just a little bit close to the grenade. But 2 minutes still possible for Evil, but he's going to need to get the damage out now. And I wonder whose map pick this is. A nice rail shot there by Amai. Let's have a look at some accuracies. Haven't seen any from Amai so far. 50% rail. Low LG, but a little bit of spam I can smell. Not that that's a bad thing at all. And Amai does get back onto a red armor, but 1.5 minutes left. You know, Amai looks like he's got everything he needs to really keep control till the end. I'm gonna have a look here. Evil rushing through. That's gonna be another frag, and I think that's gonna be the GG frag. Don't know if Evil's gonna be able to do anything else about this. Yeah, and then Amai picking up 1 more. That is gonna be GG, and we are gonna move over to map number 2. Amai taking this one. And Evil letting himself slip. I thought Evil would do better than Amai on a ZTN, but Amai just got such a storming start that eventually Evil was never able to recover.
So I'll enjoy watching it for sure.
Absolutely. I'm on Evil as it is first, and wow, a close fight for both of them, but a telefrag, frag number 1. Always a good sign.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate spawn really for them to both get stuck on the RA like that, and then even more unfortunate for Amai to get telefragged early.
Yeah, but Evil had his fingers crossed as he went through the teleporter, so... Oh my god, and that rocket actually getting fragged. But Evil 2 frags off the beginning, kind of showing a start that Amai had last game, but apart from there was a telefrag involved. But Evil should be getting these items fairly easily. Mega should go, yeah, and he has plenty of time to go for red. Doesn't need to get that yellow right now. And is Amai waiting around? Nowhere to be seen.
Yes, Amai just sort of staying around in that area up near the grenade launcher, which is pretty safe.
Yeah.
Even with a massive stack, so it's going to be pretty tough for Amai to do anything for a while until he can try and catch Evil out probably on an item or something.
Absolutely. But he has managed to pick up a yellow or something, or two. Not quite connecting with any rails. But I mean, unfortunately for Amai, he's not really taking any down. A bit of LG, but oh my god, Amai is missing so many rails right now. What is going on with his accuracy? He's suffering a lot, and Evil landing one more, I think, there.
Yeah, that was a nice one when Amai exited the room.
Yeah.
But they weren't really, either of them weren't really hitting much there, which it was strange because I thought Evil sort of had Amai really badly out of position, jumping around at the Mega with the LG out, but
yeah,
the rail was a good counter there for a bit.
No, true, and I think Amai is just suffering at the moment from aim. Yeah, 12% rail. Hasn't really challenged with LG. He's on the red at the moment, trying to wait for it, but he's just a little bit too early. And I'm going to flick over to Evil as he jumps around. He might even be able to get back to the red armor before Amai. Amai drops down. Does actually land quite a huge amount of LG damage. And Evil now not so strong anymore. And it's kind of what Amai needed.
Yeah, it was good positioning, and it was a pretty lucky spawn for Amai. He, because he ended up over near the LG instead of spawning on one of the, maybe the rocket or the YA spawn in the Mega room, he was able to get across to the RA as Evil went to protect the Mega.
Yeah.
So that was pretty lucky, but it was a good move too.
Definitely, and Evil just wasn't there quick enough to get the frag, but Amai still is the one running around. Just hearing his body screaming after each fight does not make him sound very healthy. Does land a nice rail, so maybe Amai finally starting to get those accuracies up. And if he's going to want to challenge Evil for this 4 frag difference, he needs to get that long distance damage game playing in his favour. And at the moment, Evil's doing the same, if not better, at that. Evil almost made a massive error there. Had rail out in close combat. Amai decided not to pursue though.
Yeah, I think he's too scared to do anything with that tiny stack. He really can't afford to take any fights. As soon as Evil does take a shot at him, he's going to be gone. So
yeah,
he's playing really good here with the distance and having such a short stack that he was able to keep it up, keep it alive.
That's true. I mean, Evil's giving him a fair amount of respect though. I mean, he's not just barreling into the room where he is. Even though Amai's not stacked at all, he's still able to just sort of fight off Evil out of being cornered, just out of respect, I think. And Amai actually landing a couple of nice rockets on Evil, and the Evil first time in a while is below the 100-100 mark.
Yeah, and Evil had to make the choice there, and he chose the RA. So
he chose to take the item.
Yeah, Amai got the Mega, so you should be able to see Amai pick up a little bit of stat. It's a nice rail there too, as Evil comes out of the telly.
Yeah, that
so he totally negated the YA that Evil was going to be able to take, and now that he's able to take the fight, we'll see some action here. But Evil's just too good for him. He's all over him.
I think Amai, the problem with Amai there, he got himself ready for red, but he was there maybe 3 seconds earlier than he should have been. And Evil could just play with him around the pillars for a bit, and Amai was way too much trying to position himself on red. But I mean, 5 minutes, Evil's looking good in map number 2.
Yeah, really good FOF frags. It's pretty hard to come back on T7, in my experience anyway, but I guess these guys are a lot better at coming back.
But the thing is, Amai just needs to get that initial frag really, and then, because as soon as you get one, then obviously your enemy's not going to have all the weapons and items, so you can kind of catch them off guard a bit. But oh my god, Evil getting a sick rail and picking up another frag. Yeah, Amai just needs to get one frag, and then maybe he can string a few together. But it's that first initial one, getting Evil out of this control he has, that he's finding really difficult at the moment. And really, I expected Amai to be stronger on T7 and Evil to be stronger on ZTN, but as Evil does almost epitomise the Zetian player. But he's actually taking a lot. Wow. Amai hitting rails at last. A couple more would really benefit him and get him off the negative numbers. Not really nice to be on there, -1.
No, not at 6 minutes, definitely not. But Amai's got a really good stack now. He should be able to, if he can just catch Evil off guard.
Yeah. Oh, he does a bit there. Lands a rail. Evil's going to be very weak, and Amai now with quite a while until any items spawn. This is the time he needs, and sick rail. Amai finally starting to get back into action. Yeah, dropping down from 12% rail. He's now on 45. So definitely making up for it. And yeah, this is exactly the right time to make the comeback. I mean, any later and it would start getting far too pressuring. He just needs to find Evil now.
Yeah, now's the time he's going to have to look for Evil, because he's fully stacked. Evil's just going to be hanging around in one of these areas. He's just hanging down sort of in the middle between the RA and the Mega Room.
Oh yeah, Amai's
yes, Amai's just going to have to make a charge now. There's no way that he's going to be able to take it slow.
Evil actually giving a little bit of himself away, and a nice double rail. Does pick up the frag, and that's an angle you have to practice so much on this map, because so often you'll see your enemy running away from that position. So, Amai actually on the scoreboard now, 4 frags of difference. Oh, and he really shouldn't have had rail out there.
Yeah, it was a bad weapon choice, and missing was even worse, but he's still got a massive stack, and he's actually got everything timed. I don't know if Evil will have the RA time. I don't know about the Mega either, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the RA time, so he should be. Amai should be able to take that uncontested.
And Amai is just clearing up everything, even the yellows, and he needs to get over to Mega health. But I mean, whilst Mega's spawning, there's no reason for Evil to really be in the room. He can just dash off if he wants, try and clear up any shards or armors that might lurk elsewhere. But Amai has found him, and Evil takes a full rocket to the face, and another frag, so 3 frags of difference, 2 minutes left. And here off the spawn, Amai should pick up this one. It's got a shaky LG. Evil does go down the end. It was that red armor that he picked up, so it was a lot.
It's always dangerous when someone spawns over that side, because if they just pick up the plasma and the RA, and you pretty much spawn on the RA, so you know, when you come barreling into that room like that, you'll generally take a lot of plasma to the face, which is what happened to Amai, but hasn't really helped Evil, because I know he's actually Evil got the Mega, so yeah, both players with good stacks still.
Yeah, but that's bad for Amai, and Amai doesn't know that the Mega's been taken. He's actually he's dancing on it, going, what the hell? And now he's got to work out what has gone wrong in his little plan. He's got just over a minute to go. This is so easily possible. Well, not easily, should I say, but definitely possible. Nice initial rocket there by Amai. He could try and chase through, but he's keeping himself cool. He doesn't want to go. There's a nice rail, and Amai would have benefited more from that, even though he took damage. He's got the Mega as well. And Amai needs to stop thinking about the yellows now. It's going to be up in a couple of moments, but he needs to get that frag in. And then really hope that Evil gets a bad spawn. Red up now. He needs to chase. Where? Do you know where Evil is hiding?
He was up near Grenz. He's now over near the LG, hiding between LG and Mega.
35 seconds. Amai finds him. He does listen out for you there. And Evil still trying to dance away. Amai just not missing there. This is once more, and is this going to be enough to do it? No, with 6 HP left. 20 seconds remaining. He needs to find him off the spawn. There's no health bombs up for him. There's the 50. That's an important. He gets it. Misses the shots though. And if he can land a rail, he gets it. Wow, and that's the epitome of clutch, really. I mean, oh my god.
That was clutch. That was huge. That was brilliant.
And oh my god, finally he brings us to an overtime. So Amai with a go here, and you know it was closer than that, 'cause he was really low after that. If he charged too much again, he could quite easily have gotten fragged. And but Evil now under pressure, but he's still a good chance, I think, for Evil to get a stack in this. And here's a fight. Wow, and it's gonna be Evil taking it away, but he's got 20 health left. Amai can almost flick him and he'll die. Evil getting a really nice rail. It's gonna drop down in the plasma. And you can see like desperation at left. 2 frags difference, but Amai will get the red armor. So, not everything gone wrong for Amai just yet. Lands a nice rocket and a rail as well to follow. Can he follow with another rail shot? He's trying to pin his shot, and there he hits it. Wow.
Nice.
And one frag of difference once again, and this is exactly like it was 2 minutes ago. There's a sick rail from Amai. Can he land another? Evil running away. He's not stacked at all. 30 seconds. Amai doesn't need to rush too much. Evil goes down. Oh my god. And tied up again. Evil has to slow down though, surely.
Yeah, when he had the position, like when he first fell and took the plasma, when Amai was on the red armor, I thought he should have maybe just left it. And I think he might have been in the lead at that stage. I'm not really sure, but yeah, the falling down.
Yeah,
he's playing really frantic now.
So, overtime number 2. Amai though, I'm sure you would agree, he is looking the stronger here with the stack he's currently got. Evil only on about 100, 100, if not a bit less. And yeah, so 200 to 200 for Amai, and Evil, he's completely disappeared from the face of the earth, but he does make an appearance there and lands a direct rocket, and he actually gets away without taking any damage at all. Amai missing rail shots, and Evil giving himself a chance here. Oh, but that rocket's going to hurt him a little bit. And he's just so early here for red at the moment. Amai should get the frag, but what is going on?
Exchanging frags, and it's still even 8-all.
Oh my god. And still another minute left of this overtime. Evil though catching Amai out a little bit there. Amai's going to have to find a way out of the situation. Needs to grab himself some yellows. I mean, Evil, oh my god, some sick rockets there by Evil. And 1 minute left again. Amai can make it back. Is he going to be able to? Oh, Amai almost landing a sick rocket there, but Evil's going to jump down and take the frag. 2 frags of difference now with just over 40 seconds left. Has Evil done enough? And something tells me I'm not even sure. And wow, look at that. Amai picking up a frag, 30 seconds to go. Back to the situation we were before. Mega for Amai. He's got items. He doesn't have a rail, which could hinder his performance a little bit, but Evil's there. Amai's got to get this red now, and then he's got to charge. He's got the stack to make a frag. Does he have the time? That is the bigger question going on right now. And he hears him. He's behind. Evil with a better position, but Amai still on opportunities? Can he get it? Oh my! Tied up. Wow, this is absolutely insane, though. Third overtime now, and yeah, Amai gets the frag, but he's not that strong. Oh, he's picked up the red now, so he's looking okay. Evil, just a bit of self-harm going on, and that's going to really cripple him. I mean, I don't know what's going to switch these. It's going to tell us the difference between these two players, but maybe 6 minutes of overtime can tell us that. Amai in great shape at the moment, though. He did hit a couple of nice rails, and I think he could be aggressive now. And I think it would be good to be aggressive. He's picking up reds, where it's literally benefiting him by 1 armor. And Evil somehow is dodging all of this rails, and that's really fortunate actually for Evil to not take all the damage he could have. And wow, Amai is actually getting a bit owned here. And is there enough?
Amai just let himself get out of position, but he survives on 3 HP. And
what the hell? Oh my god! And and Evil brings it back immediately. There's just no break between these guys at the moment. And something tells me that another 2 minutes of overtime is not completely impossible.
Yeah, fully. It's one of these maps where if you get a frag and you have been really hurt while getting that frag, you're pretty much guaranteed to get killed by the person off the spawn.
Yeah. Oh my god! And Amai jumped down there, but Evil got the frag, and I think this could be it. To be honest. I mean, Amai picked a fight there that I don't think he could completely finish, and Evil's going to be the one to take it. What a game, though. Absolutely mental.
Good game.
yeah, so Evil there does earn himself a tied game. So it is 1-1 between the two players at the moment. I'm going to cut the VOD once again. Okay, and we now can prepare ourselves for map number 3, which I believe is DM13. It's not the tiebreaker yet, if there's going to be one. Want to start us off on Amai?
Sure, Amai gets the RA spawn and then easily comes through and gets some Mega as well, so he's got a really good stack starting off early, but we'll probably see that Evil will get to, of course, the other side and get himself the lightning gun, which will help if there's a battle in the middle, but he's just taking the back foot and going for the plasma gun in the plasma room. We're going to see the first fight, a big fight here at the RA.
Evil landing a little bit of damage. There's a full rocket to the face, and Evil trying to push Amai away. Evil wants to win this Mega, and despite getting what you would say in terms of stack and items a much worse spawn, Evil seems to have done pretty well from it.
Yeah, you usually see the lightning gun spawn actually really help if there was a fight in the middle, but it was more of a rocket fight, I think. But
oh my god, that's what Amai just did.
Shooting himself into the path. He nearly managed to rocket jump out, but Evil LG just too good, gluing him.
Yeah, that was a big error by Amai. He's given away the first frag and technically the first 2 frags because of that error. But I mean, he could make it back here, just one more ball of plasma. But Evil does get away, and he's probably going to hoover up this red armor also. I want to check out Amai's POV. I want to see how he's going to make up from that that little slip of the rocket launcher. Don't put your finger too close to the trigger. But am I doing okay here? Evil having a hard time getting this yellow, but you can tell he really wants it, and it cost him a huge amount. Evil actually is going to go down.
Yeah, that was a bit of a silly move by Evil. He really should have just left that. Yeah. Don't know what he would have been able to do. Maybe if, yeah, once Amai went off to try and get something else, then go for the yellow, but just he was never going to get out of there.
No, absolutely, and Amai actually wants the challenge for the frag, but he should have backed off. His LG didn't keep him up how he wanted it to, and Evil here might be able to convert another frag. There's got to be so little health left on Amai now.
10 HP, just surviving.
Oh, the entry.
He's not going to survive that though.
No. Evil's going to get that, but he hasn't really got enough ammunition to sort of challenge properly for a fight. Yeah, and running out now, and Amai hits...
Big rockets.
Oh my god. And Amai now needs to realise, he has to stop committing to fights so soon now. He got himself the frags back, but he doesn't have the stack to challenge, I think, for a quick frag, and Evil landing a full shotgun blast right off the beginning. Amai actually kind of lucky to get out of that, and another full shotgun blast, oh my god. Evil kicking some ass with it right now. Let's have a look at his accuracy. 41% SG accuracy, that's pretty... Oh wow, what a perfect rocket.
Nice rocket there, yeah, definitely.
And
he can come off with that and get the RA. He's got control of the middle, gets another lightning gun. Evil's in bad shape here, he's got nowhere near the same stack.
But the LG...
He's got good position though. Whoa!
I can't believe he won that fight, that's astonishing. Amai really slipping up a bit on the LG, and Evil starting to get a bit of momentum in this game. But he's just got to be careful, because Amai still... If anything we can take from last game is that Amai can definitely make it back, regardless of what we think Evil's doing. Evil does pick up another frag, 4 frags of difference now, and there's plenty of major items for him to take, but if Amai rushes through, he could get a frag here. And I don't know if he knew how low Evil was, or maybe he just didn't want to challenge so close. Oh wow, and Evil completely catching Amai out there in that fight. Amai just brain fixated on one item, not thinking about Evil enough. Bit of a mistiming there from Evil.
Yeah, Amai's just he's got position in the middle, so it's the red armor that's up first, but the way he's dropped down, Evil's got Oh, Evil saw him and has managed to take the Mega Health, so
Yeah.
we're seeing a fight here out of the telly exit, and I think Amai's in really bad shape. Evil's not doing too well either, but Amai only getting away with 22.
Yeah. Evil would have taken
Should
that.
have he'll have his yellow on his side, but oh yeah, I think he's in really good shape for this fight. Just backing away. So
Amai on 10 health. And Evil now feeling probably a bit more comfortable. He knows that Amai's weak. He doesn't feel obliged to take the frag, but Amai just there giving him the option. And yeah, I think great play there by Evil. Beautiful rockets. I've seen a couple of other extraordinary ones from him on this map already this tournament. But we're past halfway now. There's 6 frags. You know, sometimes you barely see 1 frag being made on a DM13 game. Do you think Amai can make it back?
it's almost impossible, and it would probably have to involve a major rage by Evil. So I don't like his chances. 6 frags. It needs more than 1 a minute.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Evil's just not giving him anything at the moment. There's no stack really for Amai to play with because Evil just controls everything right now. And that's going to be one.
Absolutely ruthless in every LG fight. Look at that again, just not giving him any room whatsoever to move.
And he's not even picking up items yet. He wants to completely mess with Amai's timing on anything there is on the map. Evil should go and cut him off here. Which he... Oh! Amai trying to sneak his way onto red, not going to get it. And Amai is so weak. He's surely going to go down again. But, oh, almost getting cut off once more. Evil not getting that top yellow though could be bad. And he goes for the other one instead. But nothing's going to come from it. Evil might give away this other yellow, or Amai isn't even comfortable to get that, so wow. I think he's completely killed Amai's confidence, like, on this map. Yeah, Evil...
Yeah, and even if Amai had the time on the Mega, then there was no way he could stay. Evil's just moving in at the perfect times to push him off anything that he might just be hanging around for if he'd heard the time or something, so really well played by Evil on this map.
Definitely. But I think out of any map, maybe I would have thought it was ZTN that Evil would be stronger at, but DM13, yeah, Evil 100 euros, is he going to be able to get it? And I'm on Amai POV at the moment. He's going to get the rail side of the map. But Evil going to get a Mega. It's going to cost him a bit of health for it. Oh my god. Couple of seriously nice rails there by Amai. Can he pick up one more for the frag? No, it's not. He gets it, but Evil still has something left inside of him. But there it is. 1-0 now for Amai. Great start by the Belarusian player. And item spawning in a second. Amai, exceptional rail now. Really a complete change of pace to how it was before. Almost getting the next one. And he's predicting really nicely where Evil's hanging around, to be honest. Oh, brutal full rocket there, but can Evil get one more? And Amai fell on the bounce pad, giving himself another opportunity to live, but Evil does tie things up. Still needs a railgun though. That's what he's lacking at the moment. Oh, but he finds it for him. Wow. This is lucky day.
Yeah. Doesn't have to wait 15 seconds today.
Exactly. Or have it controlled by Amai. And he could surprise Amai. If Amai doesn't know he has a rail, this could be good. Oh, but a brutal rocket by Amai. And he's going to clear up everything. No, doesn't get to the rail in time. Nice shot by Evil there. And Evil wants to pick up a frag. Now though, they're perfect. Both these players are hitting really high accuracies at the moment. And 20 seconds until Mega. It is a 2-minute respawn on this map. Evil hanging around there for the other yellow, but not going to get anything. And does eventually miss a rail shot. And 5 seconds. Amai, oh my god, hitting such a brutal rocket there. probably going to have to secure himself with mega health. Yeah, Evil had no chance there at all.
I don't think he was expecting to get chased through, and yeah, Amai fully caught him off guard, put him out of position, and just took the mega pretty much without taking any damage.
Yeah, it was a good move there by Amai, but Evil's making the best of the time he's got without Amai pressuring him. And stacked up a little bit. Probably won't be a million miles behind Amai in terms of stack. Let's have a look. Yeah, Amai not too much healthy, and Evil actually the one to hit a rail, so he's most things betting for himself. And now the yellow as well, and he doesn't get hit by the rail on top. Amai's rail game slowly slipping into the style of what reminds me of his T7 game.
Yeah.
Oh, and Evil.
Yeah, and there were a couple that he just needed to hit too, and they weren't too.
Wow.
I think the first one Evil was fully caught off guard, and now it's a nice one through the door though.
Yeah, it really threw off Evil there, but Evil hitting a clutch rail, and is going to take the frag again. Back and forth once again between these two players. It's so difficult to predict anything that happens between these two. I don't want to make predictions about any maps. Oh my god, that rocket by Amai was so good, and the return fire from Evil immediately almost getting a rail shot off on the spawn. But Amai probably will have a rail now. And Evil's going to have to be careful because he's not that healthy. And after this yellow he can start thinking about how he's going to prepare himself for the mega health. Is Amai going to chase through? Nah, he's weak in a direct rocket. 10 seconds until mega. He should have an easy time getting to it. But nicely thought is going to keep control of that railgun. And Evil's still a frag ahead though, but Amai has got what's pretty difficult to get on this map, and that's a good stack. 200, 100. Something to be feared on Vertical Vengeance, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. And when you've got the railgun on lockdown, if he can just keep Evil away from the rail, or yeah, and especially after he gets this frag, he should definitely get a frag here. I don't know why he hasn't pushed, but Evil just managed to keep him at bay on the other side. I think that's what Amai is just trying to do now. All he's trying to do is keep Evil off the railgun, so he doesn't want to come across. He doesn't want to commit himself. He's just going to hang around. If he keeps time in that rail,
yeah,
he knows that Evil isn't going to be able to do any damage unless he comes and fully commits himself over here, so which he has done now.
Evil's really looking for a rail. He still hasn't managed to get one, but Amai's so weak. He's still controlling the item, but if he's going to properly control it, he's got to make sure he doesn't drop it. 6 HP left. And, oh my god, and he gets found out, and there, Evil rewards himself with the rail, and that's what Amai really couldn't do. Evil in a bit of trouble there as well, in fact. Does miss out on that rail. They do exchange though. And, oh my god, I think Evil, when he saw that 25 HP bubble, he should have just got it and picked it up.
Wow, that spawn.
Yeah, that spawn there was not the kindest of spawns for Amai this day. So it does make up for it with a couple of nice back-to-back rails. Can he hit one more? Only 3 HP at the moment for Evil. Oh, but Amai misses it!
Big.
Wow.
That was huge.
Miss jump there for Evil. This could cost him quite a bit, in fact. I think there's a yellow, but... Actually, has Evil just won himself control position for a mega? This is extraordinary. Yeah, he is actually going to go over to it. Wow. So, I mean, despite things going back and forth for both players there, and maybe Evil getting dying most recently, he's still keeping himself ahead in the situation, and a nice rocket is going to pick up another frag, and he is just 3.5 minutes away from 100 euros. Is he able to hold onto this? I don't know how well practiced Amai is on this map. Amai's just trying to play sneaky. He doesn't really want to give himself away too easily. Some pretty aggressive rocket jumps at the moment from Evil. And tactical?
Possibly.
What is he after? Well, so
Seems a mouse problem.
yeah, Amai is actually doing the greater damage, but no, accuracies are fairly well balanced, I guess. They've both done very similar damage with rockets, but the damage that's been done with rail is massive for Amai.
Fight.
Still trying to ponder where all the damage is coming from.
3, 2,
okay, I think we're ready. And Evil trying to remember all the timings he had. Big rocket to the face for Amai, and the shotgun's all it's going to need to finish it off. But Amai can't lose focus now, though. 3 minutes is still easily possible. Just needs to open up the situations for himself. Just get that initial damage in, and I think the main thing really is for Amai to get a rail, surely.
Yeah, that's probably going to be... That's what he's going to have to do to win from here, but Evil's prime objective most likely will be to hang around this side, keep applying all the pressure around the railgun. Railgun's going to be up in a couple of seconds now, so if Evil's just too good with that rail, Amai can't do anything.
Yeah, he is struggling at the moment, and Amai taking another bit of damage. Evil taking the frag, 6 frags of difference, looking less and less likely now for Amai to make it through. And it feels like all the hard work that Evil had to do on T7 has come round. I think T7 was sort of a pivotal map in deciding what's going to happen in this best of 5. I think it really does show who has the stamina to continue on this, and Amai actually does get in onto that, but nice air rocket by Evil, but Amai, how much health and armor did he have just then? That's absolutely mental. But he's got the rail, and a minute and a half to go. 5 frags. It is possible that Evil, if he keeps landing these shots, Amai's going to find himself suffering. There is...
Yeah, that was a nice setup there by Evil. He just took all of that momentum away from Amai. The small amount of momentum he had, he just took it, and that's GG.
Yeah. Wow. So Evil is going to take this best of 5 in this Zotac number 125. Doesn't have to fear for his life against the likes of Strengths or Cypher. And yeah, so I will name the VODs tonight, and you will be able to see all the games. Do remember to check out, I believe it was T7 between Evil and Amai. That was a really, really sick match, and if you like seeing overtimes and close action, then you'll definitely enjoy that. So anyway, I'm going to say bye for myself, and Diabz has been helping me out, so thanks for coming on.